Hello everybody again. Yes, same shirt, same day. Here is little Bubba again after her wonderful, successful lunch and bowel movement in the back hall where I wanted to go when she's inside. And here we have what I normally recommend for brand new bearded dragons, little ones, whom you're wanting to learn to free roam in small spaces and then larger spaces as they get bigger, as well as for very delicate skinned geckos, chameleons that are happy and who enjoy being held. It's really important. You don't want to just grab a lizard and slap a leash on it and figure that it's going to be fine. They're like puppies. They have to learn during their socialization period that the leash is a good thing. So you never want to put any kind of leash or constricting apparatus on any kind of lizard that might drop its tail because of stress. Because guess what? It's probably going to drop its tail. They have to be very comfortable being handled, be very comfortable being out and about of their vivariums before you can even attempt to put a leash on. This is what I refer to as a ribbon leash. Okay? Alright, it's the Worm Lady's ribbon leash. And I call it a ribbon leash, not because it's a leash, it's more like a lead. It's basically made out of ribbon. It has a very, very lightweight, I'm just getting the packaging off of it, a very lightweight cord snap. Okay? And it's spring-loaded. Okay, so I don't have to open it or close it with the toggle here. I don't have to depress the toggle to make it opened or closed. I can hold it anywhere. I can hold it on the sides and open it and close it. So this means it's really quick on, really quick off. When bearded dragons are little, it goes on very easily. When they get older, it can catch on all their little spines. Bubba here, as you probably know, is about 7 months old, and it catches on her little spine. So putting this on her is not an easy endeavor. It has no leash at the end of it. This one here is almost 8 feet long, but it's not intended to have a leash. It's not intended to be held. You're not supposed to take them outside with this. This basically trails along behind them and lets you know exactly what they've crawled under, climbed up, or gotten away from you in. I've been so happy that I've had these leashes with all the rescues and all the beardies that I've had. This has helped me find them sleeping in boots, helped me find them at the top of curtains, because I just see this little bit dangling. You might have seen a recent video that we did of Bubba at the very top of our screen door. She climbed all the way up the screen. So they're very helpful with any small lizard who is happy and content being held. Next we have the 1 millimeter leather leash. Now this has the same tail loop as all of our other leashes have. It opens and closes. Okay, it's very smooth against them. It doesn't catch on them. That's when they start getting their spines, is when you switch from the ribbon leash to the leather leashes. This is very smooth on their skin. It doesn't hurt them, doesn't harm them. And this, again, does not have a leash handle on it, but it does have beads, so that when they're a little bit bigger and they're scurrying and becoming a little more adventurous, you literally hear these beads. I'm going to do it on the table. You literally hear these beads on the floor as they go. And if your lizard gets stuck, you will hear the lizard going as she tries to move. And again, bright colors lets you see the leash and where she's gone. I do not recommend that this leash be used outside for anything. It should only be used for inside. Now you have the 2 millimeter, what Bubba is wearing and what Bubba's been wearing in all the recent videos. Let's move that one. This is the 1 millimeter lead, and this is the 2, sorry Bubba, this is the 2 millimeter. You can see the difference between the cord thicknesses there. 2 millimeter and 1 millimeter. Big difference, okay? This is the leash that I can have very confidently on Bubba, as well as on Beastie, who's about 4 times her size. So this one is fine. The next size up we have is like a 3 millimeter, and then we have the 4 millimeter. I'm sold out of the 3 millimeters right now, but this is the 4 millimeter, and you can really see the difference there between the 4 and the 2. This leash is perfect for iguanas, for water dragons if they're accustomed to coming out and about. And again, this is as smooth as butter opening and closing. It fits the same way. And iguanas, again, you don't just slap one of these on an egg. What I would do is create one for you that's just about this long. And once the iguana is comfortable being handled and held and walking around and having people around, you just put a leash on about this long on the iguana. And you tighten it normally, not tight, but you secure it around the back legs, and you just let it get accustomed to having something coming off from between its back legs. If they decide to alligator roll when they're wearing one of these, they will not wrap themselves up in it. It's far less likely. The ones that they have around their chests and they alligator roll in that, they can literally crush their little ribs, damage their spines terribly, which is the least of your worries. If you're not there to see it and to help them if they've gotten spooked, they can literally suffocate because they can constrict their little body so tightly with their leash. With this, it's around their back end, their tail, their legs, and it's not as terrible a problem. You see, if she was to alligator roll, this would go around the tail and her back end. And since she's not breathing down here, you don't have to worry about it. This sits much like a seatbelt does. It sits across her hips. And even if she stretches her legs way out like that, she's not going to get out of this. She wants to go down on the ground. Go on, darling. There she goes. And she can go anywhere she wants to. She jumps up into our kitchen. I found her under the stove once, and all I knew that she was under there from was the little leash sticking out. So these are the leashes. You give us your lengths. You give us the colors that you like. I can send you pictures of different beads that I think you might like, different colored leashes that we have access to, and you let me know exactly what you want. Our prices are all reasonable. That very long, bear with me. This leash here is $27. It's 14.5 feet of 4 millimeter, including the chunky bracelet again, and I make most things to fit my hand comfortably, okay, and I'm chunky, so it's going to be comfortable on most people, and it is very stretchy and very comfortable. The small little ribbon leashes are anywhere between $2.75 and $3.75, and they are a lifesaver. If you've invested in a beautiful little beardie and you've fallen in love with him, to have him lost in your home can be a terrible thing. These other leashes, the 2 millimeter leashes, run anywhere from $6 to $9. This was the bright red leather cord, 7.5 feet. And here's a beautiful purple, and here's a lovely taupe. Okay. We have about, 15 and 12, about 30 different colors of leather that's available, plus others if there are other colors that you don't see, anything you like with the 20-odd or 30-odd that we have. I have more colors than I can get for you, okay? Think about it. Make sure that you're getting the right thing for your family and for your little lizard. You do not want them getting lost. It's heartbreaking when you can't find them. Okay? Keep them safe and keep yourselves well. Talk to you soon. Bye.